You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. You always want to blame other people. You want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You just said you're giving 50%. You owe you an explanation. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
What's going on, everybody? And in today's video, we're going to be doing a full day of eating. So I'll take you guys to a morning weigh-in, and then we'll go through a full day of eating, what I'm eating every single day on this kind of like a lean bulk, a lean surplus that I'm doing. So we'll check the weigh-in right now. Now I do have the camera and I do have pants on 178.6. So we're up a little bit of weight. Some of that's water, you know, weight fluctuates every day. But mainly we're in the 177 to 178 range. So we're making good progress, what I like to see, of course. But basically, I'll run you guys through, you know, all my meals, and then I'll run you guys through also my substitution meals, because I eat like mainly the same thing every day, but not quite. For my dinner meal, basically I have like three go-tos, and then I switch between those three, you know, kind of depending what I'm feeling, what I have available in my house to eat. And then I just kind of run through those. But my lunch and my breakfast are mainly the same, unless there's like, you know, I'm at a friend's house or I'm somewhere else that I go out. But for a majority of the time, those meals are the same. And then I'll run you guys through how I cook everything, and then what everything looks like, how much it is. And I'll run you through all the macros, all the calorie breakdown from my MyFitnessPal. But yeah, so I just woke up. We're about to head upstairs and make meal number one. Okay, so meal number one all cooked up. Basically, we got half a glass of orange juice, one full everything bagel here, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, and then my supplements here. So 1 turmeric supplement, multivitamin, fish oil, and then something I'm experimenting with is 2 tribulus. And I switch my meals up a little bit so that I eat a little bit less at a time, and then I space them out a little bit less, and then it's just kind of like I don't have to sit here for an hour stuffing my face. I spread my meals out, spread my calories out a bit more instead of having 2 of these bagels in the morning. Still tastes just as good. Okay, so it's about 3 hours later, and now I will have my second meal of the day. Guess you could call it my lunch meal, but basically I'll have this meal, and then I'll wait about like 45 minutes to an hour, then have my pre-workout kind of snack, then wait another 45 minutes to an hour, then go work out. So right now, it's 3 hours after my first meal, I'm going to have my second meal. It's very similar to my first meal, but some differences. Okay, so meal number 2, we got 2 eggs, 2 pieces of turkey bacon, and then in the toaster right now we have 3 frozen hash browns, and then we have here 50 grams of mixed nuts and a tangerine, honey roasted. These honestly taste amazing. They're like peanuts, so I'm just trying to get it to focus right now. Hopefully it focuses, but 50 grams as you saw in that bowl, not a lot at all. Okay, this is really not going to focus. It's pissing me off. Hold on. Let's see if this works. So basically I measured it out 50 grams, and then 50 grams is 310 calories, so not a lot of food, but a lot of calories. So for someone like me that doesn't have a big appetite, these are amazing. Now, what it looks like all done, here we go. We have, you know, our 2 eggs. I cook them over hard. We got 2 pieces of turkey bacon. As you can see, the camera fogs up. And then the 3 hash browns. So I'm going to throw the macros on the screen right now. And then this is kind of like the last meal before the workout. We're going to have a little snack that I'll show you guys right now. But, you know, good fruits, good fats, good protein, all that stuff. And then, yeah. Alright, so it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours later. I'm about to eat my kind of like pre-workout snack, I guess. And then I'll eat this, wait about an hour, and then, you know, head off, take my pre-workout, head off to the gym. Then 20 minutes later, start my workout. So I'm eating this about like an hour and 20 minutes before my workout. I don't like eating less than an hour before my workout, because then I feel like the food's not digested. And then all that stuff. I don't want food sitting on my stomach, so I like to have at least an hour and a half to an hour before my workout. So I'll show you what it is. Now you're probably confused on why there's only half the muffin. So basically, I eat half a muffin every day and then one chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. And then instead of like cutting the muffin down the middle, I'll just rip the top off and then eat the top half and then the bottom half. And then it doesn't really matter because I'm eating it on back-to-back days. So it'll end up being, one full muffin over 2 days. So that's just for tracking purposes. But I'm going to throw the macros up of this little snack on the screen also. Good carbs just before my workout, which I want, of course. And then we're about to smash a leg day. I seem to always record leg days, so I won't even record it. I'll keep this strictly full day of eating. Okay, last meal of the day. I do my carb of choice is pasta or rice. Usually I've been sticking to pasta pretty recently. Not sure, just kind of liking it more. So been doing pasta. Carb's a carb. It is what it is. Here's what it looks like. I usually measure it out raw 150. It's 152. We're going to call it 150. And then I take it over to, boiling water over here. Dump that in. And then we're going to watch over that for like 10 minutes. Mix that up a little bit. Get the chicken cooking. And I'll show you guys when it's all done. So we just murdered it on the barbecue as usual. Look at that pile of chicken. That's going to last me for the week. But today's meal, so it's hard to see with all this pasta here, but there's 4 chicken thighs in there, and that's going to come out to 250 grams of cooked weight chicken thighs. The reason that I, weigh my carbs in a raw state is just because I don't cook it, for mass, basically. Like, I don't cook it all at once. I cook it each day. So the reason why I do it raw is because, I want to know how many calories, that it'll come out to. So basically for the chicken thighs, I cook it all at 1 week. Or I cook it all one day, and then I just weigh it per day based on how much I'm going to eat. But since I'm cooking the rice or pasta specifically for that day, I want to measure the raw weight just so that, I don't cook too much or too little. And then when I measure it out, cooked weight, it's going to be too much or too little, then I'm screwed. So I'll just measure it raw weight for the carb. And then if I'm cooking it in like a mass quantity where I'm going to meal prep it, then I'll just do that cooked weight. It's easier, but hope that made sense. That is the last meal of the day, and then we got my shake later on at night. Now, it's basically a home-baked pizza, pepperoni, sausage, peppers, and then I added my own onions, but I'll show you guys the box. So this is the box. It's from this place called Farm Boy Meat Supreme Pizza, and if we look over to the back here, it says 200 calories per quarter, so that comes out to 840 calories for the whole thing. And, we are in a surplus, so we're not incredibly strict with calories. So if I want to enjoy a pizza, I enjoy a pizza. But this is one of my dinner meals that I usually have after the gym. All right, everybody, so it's the last meal of the day. I don't even count this really as a meal, but it's the last thing I eat before I go to bed. So usually I have this about an hour before I go to bed, just so I give it a little bit of time to digest. But it's my protein shake / smoothie. So I don't really have protein powder with water because that's kind of boring and doesn't taste all that good. And there's not too many calories you can get in with just protein and water. So I make a protein smoothie every day that I work out. I'll make this smoothie, and then my rest days I'll either just not have the smoothie because I won't need the calories because I burnt less throughout the day, or I'll just have a protein bar or some other smaller source of protein for that day because I didn't work out that day. But yeah, so I'll show you guys everything that is in it. I'll show you guys all the serving sizes, and I'll put the calories and macros up on the screen. Now, a quick reminder, this smoothie tastes blessed, so if you are going to make it, be prepared to enjoy it. So we're going to start off with whole milk. You're probably wondering why it's not in a carton. For my American viewers, my Canadian viewers know we have our milk bag. So it's basically just 2% regular milk. We're going to do a little bit over 4 ounces here. And you got to put it in this order for it to blend the proper way. So we're going to go a bit over 4 ounces here. Then Quaker Oats. So with the Quaker Oats, I have this scooper from an old protein scoop, and basically this measured out comes to around 40 grams of oats. So we're going to put those in just raw. A little bit less than a full scoop. Throw that in there. And then now, if you pay close attention, these are going to sink to the bottom, so all your powders and stuff don't clump up. So that's going to sink to the bottom there. Now we're gonna put in our creatine. As you guys know, I'm back on creatine. So we're gonna put that in. Now for the big boy. The most fire protein in the game, HD Muscle Protein. You already know it is 100% grass-fed whey, the highest quality, the purest form of a whey isolate you can get. It's going to give you about 25 grams of protein per scoop, and it is literally straight protein, no added sugars, no added carbs, no added garbage, straight protein. So what I usually do is 1 full scoop and then another half scoop. So 1.5 scoops, throw that in there, try to mix that a little bit. Then the next thing we put in is strawberry yogurt. Now, if you're making this smoothie in the morning, you don't want to put yogurt in because it slows down digestion. But if you're making this smoothie before bed like I am, yogurt is fine. It's okay if your digestion is slowing down. It's actually better that way because then you have, slower digestion over the 8 hours of sleep where you're not eating, so you don't have anything to digest anyways. Now, yogurt is not that high in calories, and like I said before, we're in a surplus, so I kind of eyeball this. I don't really measure this out too religiously. I'll just do, 3 or 4 kind of spoonfuls of this yogurt, and then that will be enough. And of course, the last thing, I go with the 4 mixed berry blend. I fill that right up to the top. And that's going to wrap it up for this shake. Now all we got to do is throw it on the Ninja and blend it up. Sometimes I like to give it a little shake just to mix everything up because I don't really want my family to wake up, even though they probably will anyway. But oh well. And just like that. It blends relatively easily, and then now we're going to drink it and then head off to bed. So if you did enjoy this full day of eating, I'm going to throw the macros up right now in MyFitnessPal. Total calories, total proteins, total carbs, total fats. It's honestly not a lot of food. I prefer it this way just because smaller, more spread out meals, allows me not to having to stuff my face. Because for me, I do have a high maintenance calories of about 3,000. So for me to stay in a 300 surplus, we got to eat high calories like 3,300 like we did today. So this is a better way, a little bit higher fats, but that's okay because it's a lot easier to get down these smaller, more spread out meals. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and peace.